Welcome to the second Volcanoids development diary. My name is Thomas, and today we will cover concept of the island map and all components that define the level design. This prototype has been made to cover the core island components that are important for the gameplay and give us basic idea about the scale of work for programming and art assets. The whole game is based on several main goals that have to be reflected in all features and design decisions. First is protection of player-made structures when player is offline, which is what we covered in previous dev diary. Second is gameplay supporting single-player, cooperation mode, and PvP with clear end goal. Last is enemy NPC that is an equal opponent as an enemy player. In order to meet all the mentioned requirements, Island has been divided into surface and underground level, where each has its own features. Surface level covers classic gameplay of resource gathering, fighting, and free character movement, while the underground level is used for drawship movement within given boundaries and hiding from other players. Island is divided into three main sections that can't be entered until player reaches certain tech level. The areas will be separated by natural obstacles, like cracks in the ground or high rocks, where in case of multiplayer, if a player has a high-level ship, all his friends can travel with him to other island sections. The higher level of the ship, the more locations and sections are available to the player. Surface locations in the same section can be reached on foot even if ship can't travel there. This means players can still attack higher level ships if they land in the same sections as them. The island goes through a series of states every time the volcano explodes. Each state will be unique and have different effect on gameplay. For example, Afterblast state will always increase the amount of mineable resources, but also increase enemy NPC activity. This creates a reward for a player that survived the volcano blast, but still has certain level of risk. In order to achieve the final goal and silence the volcano, player will have to locate and cool down volcano sources that are placed at the edges of the island. Each section has a single source where cooling down one only slows down the volcano explosion countdown. If volcano explodes, all sources become active again. Only when player manages to cool down all of them, volcano's central core is exposed and player can travel there to do one final cooling procedure. Cooling down the sources and volcano core won't be easy, as player will have to fight enemy NPCs that will defend their sources of energy. More about the enemy NPC and its connection to the island will be explained in future videos. Clear definition of the end goal right from the start helps us to keep project and all its parts consistent. It may seem the game can be finished in short time in current concept, but we can easily add more and more steps between start and endpoint without worrying the game will diverge from original plan or become hard to manage. Now it's time to answer some questions. Guys from the Planet Nomads dev team have asked, how big can the drill get? The answer is, the biggest ship player can build has 5 ship hull modules, where the number of available module slots in this setup covers all the equipment player will need, plus plenty of room for all the cool interior devices. Second question comes from Drury Coyote. This is a shorter version though. Is the drill ship the only thing player has, since everything else on surface gets destroyed? The answer is yes, it acts as your main base. Yet we plan to have a safe house for player in case all goes wrong and everything is lost. The safe house will contain everything player needs to start over again. This is all for this week's dev diary. Next week we are going to show progress on second iteration of exterior modules and their basic implementation to Unity. Thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, please leave a comment below. Have a great time and see you next dev diary video.